He's waited 7 years for this night, and Edner Cherry so determined to prove he's worthy. It has been a hard road, tough fights, some wars, some notable wins. But as he moves up in weight, some wonder, is he too small for the strong champion? In his lone fight at 140, he lost to Paulie Malignaggi. He is 3-0 with 2 knockouts since, off a lopsided 10th round knockout over a game but faded former champion Stevie Johnston. Now Cherry, a 3.5-to-1 underdog, finds himself almost in a similar position that Bradley was in going into his last fight.
You know, for Edner Cherry, he said this fight is so important to not only change his career, but could change his life. He comes from humble beginnings. You know, his family picked oranges in Florida. He did that as a youngster. He thinks this is the opportunity of a lifetime, and he said, that's the way I'm approaching it.
And Cherry himself, Al, still delivers furniture. Quite a guy. It has not been an easy life for Edner Cherry. Oh, how a victory here would help. What a difference from the last time Timothy Bradley walked to the ring as a 6-to-1 underdog, being booed in England. His first fight outside California. It was his first world title fight. He hadn't fought a contender, much less a champion. A loss would have put him on the back of the line. Instead, a poised and prepared young man from the tough north side of Palm Springs, a ghetto plagued by drugs and crime. This an angry, short-tempered kid growing up who transformed his life through boxing, and he rose to championship glory against all odds. Al Bradley told us he's got big plans. Hatton, Malignaggi, wants to be undisputed champion, wants to be a legend, but to keep those dreams alive, he cannot look past Edner Cherry.
Well, and the irony shouldn't be lost on Bradley that he was the big underdog himself. Look, the fact is, he's like a football team that wins a big rivalry game, and then the next week people worry about maybe them being overconfident. That's the situation he's in here now. He's against a very live dog in Edner Cherry, and he has to be focused.
Former top U.S. amateur, lots of amateur experience, which probably explains the composure and the confidence, but the edge in pro experience to Cherry. We'll see if that impacts as Timothy Bradley, one of the big stories of 2008, looks to keep the dream alive. Let's size them up as we check the tail of the tape. It is close all around. Bradley a year younger, Cherry a little taller. The reach is even. And at yesterday's weigh-in, Bradley originally a bit over, then made 139 3/4 an hour later. Cherry just under on the first try. And the notable unified rules for this world title affair: no standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule. A fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. If an accidental headbutt causes a fight to end within 4 rounds, it's a no decision. After 4 rounds, they go to the scorecards. And if a punch causes a cut and the injured fighter can't continue, he loses by TKO. So here at the Beau Rivage in Biloxi, Mississippi, getting ready for Timothy Bradley versus Edner Cherry for the WBC Super Lightweight Championship. Set for the official introductions from a ring announcer, the classy Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, a very good evening to you and welcome to Beau Rivage Resort and Casino here in Biloxi, Mississippi, as we present the featured bout of the evening, brought to you by Don King Productions in association with Gary Shaw Productions, Thompson Boxing Promotions, and Showtime. This bout is sanctioned by the World Boxing Council, President Jose Sulaiman, Supervisor Joe Dwyer, along with the Mississippi State Athletic Commission. The chairman is John Lewis. Our physicians at ringside, Dr. Lance Barnes and Dr. Jimmy Lewis. Timekeeper at the bell, also keeping count of the knockdowns, Larry Ingle. Introducing our 3 judges scoring this bout from ringside. From Pittsboro, North Carolina, Bill Clancy. From D'Iberville, Mississippi, David Toronto. And from Gulfport, Mississippi, Raymond White. Introducing our 3rd man of the ring, our referee in charge of this bout, hailing from Edmond, Oklahoma, Gary Ritter. All right, fans, here we go with our main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Super Lightweight Championship of the World. And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance and boxing fans joining us around the world, live from Beau Rivage Resort and Casino in Biloxi, Mississippi, it's showtime! Introducing to you first the challenger. On my left, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, yellow, and blue trunks, fighting out of Wauchula, Florida, by way of Nassau in the Bahamas. He weighed in at a ready 139 1/4 pounds. His record stands at 24 wins, 5 losses, and 2 draws, with 12 wins coming by way of knockout. He is ranked the WBC number 6 lightweight contender in the world. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the challenger, Edner Cherry Cherry. And his opponent across the ring, the defending world champion on my right, fighting out of the red corner, wearing camouflage trunks, hailing from the beautiful desert city of Palm Springs, California. He weighed in at 139 3/4 pounds. He is undefeated in his campaign in the ring with a record of 22 wins, no losses, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. Tonight, he is making the first defense of his title. Please welcome the undefeated WBC Super Lightweight Champion of the World, introducing Timothy Desert Storm Bradley. Once again, a referee in charge, Gary Ritter, now to give instructions. 12 championship rounds of boxing schedule.
Chief, second only, clear the ring. Okay, gentlemen, we're going 12 for the WBC Super Lightweight title. I expect you to conduct yourself as champions. Protect yourself at all times, obey my commands, give me a good, clean fight. Good luck to both. Touch your gloves, go to your corners.
As if we don't have enough controversy tonight, for those of you who follow this, we wanted to make you aware, John Lewis, the chairman of the Mississippi Boxing Commission, appoints the official ringside judges. The WBC, which is sanctioning this title fight, took issue with those judges, and at first they were not approved, but Lewis spoke with WBC President Jose Suleiman. The matter has been resolved. WBC will recognize the scoring of the commission judges. Anything else you'd like to get on?
You know, we dodged that controversy, didn't we? All right.
Coming in, we thought that was going to be our big controversy, and lo and behold. Anyway, as for the naturally bigger Timothy Bradley, I think the key question is he the real thing? He needs to show the boxing world that his surprising win over Junior Witter was no fluke, and tonight he faces a completely different style, Al. I mean, the chiseled Edner Cherry, aggressive, straightforward, not the biggest puncher, but his primary punch, the right hand, the cherry bomb, as he calls it. But as you pointed out, you kind of think that left hook may be impactful as well.
And he's throwing a lot of those cherries. You know, oh, big, there's the bomb. The cherry bomb got in there. You know, the interesting thing is, and I mentioned the 3 of the 4 being lefties that Bradley recently faced. That's why I think this is such a good stylistic matchup. They mesh together.
Bradley feeling he would dominate this fight due to his speed and movement. I mean, he's got really fast hands.
Punch out your hands.
His main weapon, the straight right. Although watch also for the overhand right, which dropped Witter and changed that fight. Bradley also with a sneaky left.
Stop. Stop. Step back.
Edner Cherry off to a pretty quick start in this match.
Back of the hand. Watch the back of the
there
hand.
Was that Bradley right that you talked about, Steve. It just curled around the back of the head, but you know Bradley wants to land that shot.
Bradley feels Cherry leaves himself open when he comes in because he throws wide. He also says